All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Wayzeta High School. We are underway between Wayzeta and St. Paul Central, the visiting Minutemen in the road white today, going from left to right in this first half, and Wayzeta in the home gold, going from right to left in the first half. That's Wayzeta on the attack. They put it into Highfield, and Highfield shot just over the bar. And an early goal kick here for the Minutemen. For St. Paul Central, the Minutemen are 10-2-3 on the season, 6-0-0 in St. Paul City Conference play, sitting atop the standings with 18 points. St. Paul Central is coming off of a 2-0 victory over St. Paul Highland Park on Thursday. And for Wayzeta, the Trojans are the number 2 team in state, and they are 11-0-2 on the season, 8-0-1 in late conference play, sitting atop the standings with 25 points. Wayzeta is coming off of a 5-0 victory over Hopkins on Thursday. 5 different goal scorers in that match for the Trojans. As the ball is played in, and it's a little too far for Highfield, and offsides was the call. And the Minutemen will have a free kick. Colin Leach, Joe Barica, Joe Highfield, Mike Orlov, and Cole Frazier, the 5 different goal scorers for the Trojans on Thursday, in what was a dominant performance from Wayzeta. St. Paul Central trying to play it into space. Colin Leach back defending. Ball deflects in the middle, and it's played out by the Trojans. St. Paul Central still with it in the attacking third. Here's a shot that was blocked. And Cam Williams looks to clear, and will get it out of harm's way. That was Antonio Lee with the shot for the Minutemen. And Wayzeta defending nicely early. As the ball rolls out on the near side, it'll be a throw for the Trojans. We get to the starters in goal today, starting with St. Paul Central. It's a senior goalkeeper, number 1, Drew Mosman. And in net for the Wayzeta Trojans, it's junior goalkeeper number 1, Ethan Kinzel. Here's Miles Redmond trying to play it to the middle. Charlie Pillar with the shot from the outside on goal, and into the hands of Mosman. Field starters for St. Paul Central. Number 5, Moon Chit. Number 6, Shikon Vang. Number 10, Antonio Lee. Number 11, Samir Krishnan. Number 13, Wyatt Gonzalez. Number 15, Kieran Henley. Number 16, Thomas Fuschel. Number 17, Eli Mosman. Number 18, Yusef Ahmed. And number 24, Charles Reith. And for Wayzeta, senior midfielder number 3, Cam Williams. Senior defenseman captain number 5, Joe Barica. Junior midfielder number 9, Jackson Windman. Senior forward number 10, Joe Highfield. Senior midfielder number 13, Cole Frazier. Senior defenseman number 15 getting the start today, number 15, Colin Leach. Junior midfielder number 16, Charlie Pillar. Senior forward number 17, Mike Orlov. Junior midfielder number 18, Miles Redmond. And back defending junior defenseman, number 23, Evan Mahan. Highfield tried to play it in. That got deflected back to Frazier. Frazier's shot didn't quite get enough on it. It's played back out to midfield, headed down by Mahan, and picked up by Widman. Highfield trying to play it into space for Redmond. He tracks it down. Redmond's cross comes in off a Minutemen defender and into the hands of Mosman. Good slide tackle there by Barica. St. Paul Central plays it up on the far side. And it's a little too far for Thomas Vachel, so it'll be a throw-in for the Trojans. First 6 minutes gone by here in this first half. Scoreless between the Minutemen and the Trojans. St. Paul Central looking to come in today with the upset. As I mentioned, Wayzeta, the number 2 team in state on the boys' side behind Stillwater. Wayzeta 11-0-2, and those 2 draws have come 2 out of the last 5 matches. They had a draw, 1-1 draw against Woodbury, and a 0-0 draw against Minnetonka last week. Widman with the takeaway, trying to play it up to Orlov. Minutemen back defensively. Cole Frazier in the attacking third now for the Trojans. Trying to get a cross off, defended nicely. They get it into Orlov. Orlov's shot was blocked. And St. Paul Central able to play it out as far as Widman. I beg your pardon, that's Colin Leach up on the far side. Widman defending on the near side for Wayzeta in this first half. There is Widman. Minutemen able to clear. And Leach will shield off Kieran Henley. And it'll be a throw-in for Wayzeta. They get it into Williams quickly. And he turns it over. St. Paul Central back with possession. St. Paul Central plays it in. And Ethan Kinzel in net for the Trojans off his line to pick it up for Wayzeta. Just about 10 minutes gone by here in this first half. Both teams feeling each other out so far. No score from Wayzeta High School. One shot on goal this far for the Trojans. Here is Cam Williams up on the far side. Good slide tackle there by the Minutemen. Ball deflected off of St. Paul Central. It'll be a throw-in for Wayzeta as we get a couple substitutions early. Daniel Lydov into the match as Colin Leach heads off for Wayzeta. And number 7, Sergio Lee checking into the match for St. Paul Central. As number 5, Moon Chit checked out for the Minutemen. Wayzeta trying to create some offense, turning it into Highfield and Orlov. So far, so good defensively for St. Paul Central. Orlov, the leading goal scorer for the Trojans team, 15 goals on the year. And Joe Highfield right behind him with 11 goals. So 2 double-figure scores for this Trojans team. Very dangerous offensively as Miles Redmond has it. Plays it back for Widman. Widman's ball into the box, looking for the head of Orlov. Orlov able to settle it down. Shot was blocked. Nice defensive play by Sergio Lee. Orlov, however, gets it back. And his shot was blocked out of play. It'll be a first corner kick for the Trojans. Kick came in low from the foot of Pillar. It was out on the end line, so it looks like it'll be another corner kick. Indeed, so second corner kick upcoming here for Wayzeta. Pillar's kick, good one, headed down by Mahan, the back post. It was saved initially, and now out as far as Lydov. Lydov's shot went wide, and a goal kick here for the Minutemen. Good offensive possession there for the Trojans, but nothing to show for on that possession. Ball was played up by Highfield, now cleared out by St. Paul Central. Sent right back up by Barica. Ball played in by the Minutemen, headed off by Joe Barica. And now finally cleared out by Widman, but there was a foul on the play. So ball will be brought back for a free kick for the Trojans. That was Samir Krishnan in the box for St. Paul Central. Ball's out of play there on the far side. It'll be a Wayzeta throw. And we get some more substitutions here for the Trojans. Number 4, Eddie Ignatius into the match, along with Tarun Gorapati. Here is Ignatius in the middle. Good takeaway there by Krishnan. He plays it up on the near side, and that rolls out of play. The other substitution there for Wayzeta, number 2, Jeremy Corderio, into the match for Wayzeta. Handball called there on the Trojans. Free kick here for the Minutemen. It's number 10, Antonio Lee, setting up to take it. Good ball into the box. It's available for St. Paul Central. And it's finally played out. A throw in for the Trojans. The other substitution there for Wayzeta back at that last substitution mark was number 14, Callum Campbell-Salter. Looks like a foul was called back on the play near midfield. Free kick for the Trojans. They take it quickly. They try to play it up. It's sent right back. And Barica able to win the 50-50 ball. And now it's Eddie Ignatius up across midfield. Good tackle there by St. Paul Central. They have it into the attacking third now. It's Evan Lindemann, the leading scorer for St. Paul Central, who checked in. The Minutemen still have it, trying to play it into the box. That was off the head of Lydov. Here's a shot from the outside. And that one goes wide. It was off the foot of Antonio Lee, and it'll be a goal kick for Ethan Kinzel and the Trojans. Widman with the takeaway there on the near side as St. Paul Central was trying to play it up. Ignatius gave it right back and now played out for a Wayzeta throw. They get it into Pillar. Now Campbell-Salter plays it back for Widman, who tries to get in the middle for Highfield. Highfield got tripped up. Foul was called on the Minutemen. Free kick here for the Trojans. They take it quickly. Here's Pillar with the shot from the outside and into the hands of Drew Mosman. Two shots on goal for Wayzeta as we're just about hitting the midway point of this first half. It's Highfield back in the attacking third. Highfield draws some attention, trying to give it off for Campbell-Salter, played back out. And now finally cleared by the Minutemen. So far, St. Paul Central really giving Orlov and Highfield a tough time. Not really much space to create any offense. The foul is called. Wayzeta plays it again quickly. Highfield lost it. And it's played back out to the 40. Jeremy Corderio trying to play it in the middle. Really nice job defensively. It's Charles Reith in the middle for St. Paul Central, able to play it out. And now the Minutemen have it up across the 50. Foul was called in the play. St. Paul Central wanted to play advantage, but the official will bring it back, and it'll be a free kick here for the Minutemen. Number 10, Antonio Lee, setting up to take it. His kick into the box. Headed back out by the Trojans. Still available. And now Ignatius able to clear it toward midfield. Antonio Lee with the ball in. And into the hands of Kinzel. That was a good ball there from the Minutemen. Trying to spring Eli Mosman. I beg your pardon, that was Samir Krishnan. And Wayzeta was ready for it. Good heads-up play by Kinzel. Probably one of the better looks so far in this first half for St. Paul Central. Ball played up by Wayzeta. Orlov on the attack now. Orlov bringing it into the 18. Try to play it in behind for Highfield. Campbell Salter with a shot. Initial save made there by Mosman. Played back out as far as Pillar. Pillar with a shot. That never got through. Blocked in front. And St. Paul Central having to play it out on the near side. Really good offensive possession there for the Trojans. Still nothing to show for. 15 minutes remaining here in this first half. We get a couple of substitutions for Wayzeta. Little miscommunication there on the throw as Widman threw it away. Minutemen trying to play it up on the far side. It's Samir Krishnan tracking it down. Krishnan with some nice moves, trying to play it in the box. Came all the way through, and Wayzeta able to get it out of harm's way. Ethan Kinzel might have got a fingertip on that. As Krishnan had a decent look. Widman's clear attempt went off the back of Sergio Lee, and Wayzeta trying to settle things back down. Number 20, Kieran Mahan, and number 26, Ben Eisinger, checking into the match at that last substitution mark for the Trojans. And Cam Williams back into the match as well. Here's Evan Mahan getting up to his brother Kieran. Kieran trying to play it in for Ben Eisinger. That one got knocked away. Wayzeta able to keep it in on the near side. Campbell Salter taking off the ball. And a nice defensive play there by Samir Krishnan, and a Trojan throw upcoming. Call looked to be a throw infraction. They're on the Trojans, so it'll be a St. Paul Central throw. Ball got played up on the far side, not a play. And we get a couple substitutions here, one from each team. Campbell Salter will head off for the Trojans. Back into the match is number 18, Miles Redmond. And checking into the match for the Minutemen, number 3, Jabril Ahmed. And along with Jabril Ahmed, number 4, Eli Griggs LaRue checking into the match for St. Paul Central. Wayzeta throw. Widman gets it into Redmond. Ignatius trying to play it in the middle. Just not room to operate there for the Trojans' attack. Frazier got it back after he had it knocked away. Wayzeta looking to reset here. Good ball in from Widman into the 18, looking for Kieran Mahan. That got headed out. Cam Williams trying to win the 50-50 ball, and does. Plays it back for Lyadov. Lyadov's pass from the outside into the box, and Mosman out of his net to grab it for the Minutemen. Widman brings it up across midfield, and now Ignatius will play it back for Lyadov. Just about 30 minutes gone by here in this first half. No score as Frazier takes a shot from the outside, and that one goes wide. 4 shots on goal thus far for the Trojans, 1 shot on goal for the Minutemen. And 2-0 in favor of Wayzeta as far as corner kicks go. Good first half put together here by St. Paul Central. Not giving much room for the Trojans' attack. Orlov and Highfield have been quiet so far. Yusuf Ahmed couldn't control up on the far side. Throw in for Wayzeta. Taken away at midfield by Evan Mahan. He circles back for Colin Leach, who checked back into the match. Here's Cam Williams making a run for Wayzeta. And the Trojans were off sides. So free kick for St. Paul Central. Eight minutes remaining here in this first half. Ball played up by the Minutemen deep into Wayzeta territory, and it's picked up there by Ethan Kinzel. Number 23, Evan Lindemann, was shaken up back on the play. As we get some substitutions here. Mike Orlov, Joe Highfield back into the match along with Charlie Pillar and Joe Barica as well. Ball all the way played back to Kinzel, and he's there to collect for Wayzeta. Wayzeta has it up across the 50. It's Orlov trying to play it in behind. Another nice defensive play by the Minutemen center backs. Widman trying to play it into space for Redmond. That's played back out by St. Paul Central. Widman gets it back from Mahan. This ball comes into the box, trying to find Highfield. He's able to settle it down. Gives back for Colin Leach. Leach trying to get it back to Highfield. Minutemen attempt to clear. Williams gets it into Highfield. Now back in the middle for Evan Mahan. Mahan taking off the ball. Nice defensive play by Eli Mosman. Frazier takes it right back for the Trojans. Frazier with a shot from the outside. And that one just over the bar and off the football crossbar. And it'll be a goal kick for the Minutemen. Good look there from Cole Frazier. Probably one of the better looks for the Trojans in this first half. However, we remain Scoreless from Wayzeta High School. 4.5 minutes remaining. Redmond picks it up, gets it to Orlov. Orlov lost it out of play. And another goal kick upcoming for St. Paul Central. Joe Barica back defensively for Wayzeta. Able to keep it in. Turns it over, however, and Minutemen give it right back as no one was in the middle. And it's picked up by Frazier. Frazier gives off for Orlov. Orlov swarmed by 3 Minutemen. And St. Paul Central, like they've done so far this first half, able to clear it out of harm's way. Just no room to operate now. Right now, if you're Mike Orlov and Joe Highfield. Best looks from Wayzeta have come from outside 30 yards or so. Some good solid defense from the center backs for St. Paul Central. That was played out. Wayzeta will have a throw. Whitman gets it into Pillar. Redmond trying to turn, no room to operate. Gets it back to Whitman. Whitman looking to make a run. Ball in the box. And snared out of the air by Mosman. He's rolling it right away for St. Paul Central. Colin Leach had it for a moment. It was taken away and now deflected off of Williams. And the minimum level throw. Two minutes remaining here in this first half. And what's been a solid defensive match the first 38 minutes of this one. Pillar tried to play it up on the far side for Williams. He was out of play. And the minimum will have a throw with 60 seconds remaining in this first half. Wayzeta able to play it up. It's Orlov to Highfield. Highfield with a shot. Diving to his right was Mosman to make the save. St. Paul Central just trying to survive the rest of this first half. As it's controlled up on the far side and the horn blows. And that'll do it for the first half. No score from Wayzeta High School between the number 2 team in state, the Wayzeta Trojans, and the visiting St. Paul Central Minutemen. A solid defensive 40 minutes. gone by, and we will take a break and be back for the second half in 10 minutes' time. You're watching boys high school soccer on NSBN.
You're watching NSPN.TV, the neighborhood sports network. For a low monthly rate, you can watch every game and show in Minnesota and around the country. Today's broadcast is brought to you by The Urgency Room, fast, flexible care. McDonald's owners and operators of Minnesota and western Wisconsin. Find your golden opportunity at mcdonalds.com/careers. The Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the Urgency Room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Join our team while supporting yours. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV, is looking for camera operators and broadcasters for our live game streams. The atmosphere of sporting events can't be beat. Be a part of the action with flexible scheduling and guaranteed game rate pay. If you're a student or adult looking for an opening into the world of sports media, or to just make a little extra cash, send us an email at jobs@nspn.tv. Welcome to the neighborhood.
PrepSpotlight.tv has been great, but it's becoming greater. Introducing NSPN.tv, the Neighborhood Sports Network. NSPN.tv will provide subscribers with an abundant supply of local sports content, featuring live events called by local play-by-play professionals, comprehensive highlights, feature stories, weekly shows, documentaries, and video podcasts. Welcome to the neighborhood, NSPN.tv.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to Wayzeta High School. Just about ready to get underway here in the second half. We review the first half stats. 5 shots on goal for the Trojans in that first half. 1 shot on goal for the Minutemen. And corner kicks were 2-0 in favor of Wayzeta. We are scoreless after 40 minutes of play. St. Paul Central putting together a good first half against the number 2 team in state, the Wayzeta Trojans. And a couple of good opportunities from Wayzeta, from Cole Frazier and Joe Highfield, but nothing to show for on the board. And we are scoreless as we begin the second 40 minutes of play. St. Paul Central in the road white, going from right to left in the second half. And Wayzeta in the home gold, going from left to right. Minutemen defense was the story in that first half. They really blanketed Highfield and Orlov in that first half, the 2 leading goal scorers for the Trojans offense. And for the rest of the Wayzeta attack, not much room to operate, so far so good if you're St. Paul Central in executing their game plan today. However, they only had 1 shot on goal, as I mentioned, so they're going to have to generate some offense here in this second half as well to try to pull the upset. The officials are going to have a conversation here on the near side. Not sure who it went off of, or if there was a foul on the play. I'm not sure. Looks like a foul was on the play and a yellow card given. And it's number 23, Evan Lindemann, running off for the Minutemen. And I believe he received the yellow card. And not really sure what for, but it is a yellow card for the Minutemen nonetheless. And an early substitution as Jabril Ahmed checking into the match for St. Paul Central as Lindemann went off. Here's Wayzeta in the attacking third. They try to play it over for Redmond up on the far side. That was played out by Samir Krishnan. And a throw for the Trojans. First 3 minutes gone by here in this first half. We are scoreless from Wayzeta High School. As the ball's played in the box, looking for Highfield, headed down. And into the hands of Drew Mosman, who's been solid in net for this Minutemen squad. Antonio Lee with it. Defended by Frazier and Williams. And it's Mahan coming over from the weak side to take it away. And trying to play it into space for Orlov. Back defensively was Charles Reed. Mosman, the keeper, plays it up to midfield. And now Wayzeta back up across midfield. It's Orlov trying to play it in for Highfield. Highfield with the shot. Mosman aggressively out of his net to deflect it. And Highfield will let it go out of play. And it'll be a corner kick for the Trojans, third of the match and first of the second half. But what an opportunity there from Highfield. Equal to the task was Mosman. And it's Pillar with the corner. Looking for Colin Leach. And he might have just got a piece of it. But it went wide. And there'll be a goal kick for St. Paul Central. Here's a ball played into space. Joe Barica back defensively for Wayzeta. It's Ahmed able to win the 50-50 ball, however, for the Minutemen. Trying to play it back in the middle of the field. No one there as Cam Williams comes away with it for the Trojans. Williams now trying to get to Orlov. Knocked out of play. It'll be a Wayzeta throw. They get it into Evan Mahan. Williams had it knocked away. Mahan circling back for Leach. And now for Joe Barica. Widman connects the pass up to Highfield. Just really blanketed. No room to operate when Wayzeta gets in this half of the field. As Frazier gets it up to Orlov. Wayzeta chips it over to Williams. Williams trying to get to the end line, able to win a corner. Has got deflected off of Thomas Vachel, and another corner kick here for Wayzeta. Fourth corner kick for this Trojans team. Good ball, and look at the back post, headed down and into the hands of Mosman. And what an opportunity. I believe that was Jackson Widman flying into the screen. And Mosman in a good position to make the save. He's been solid in net for this Minutemen squad. Charlie Pillar, however, back on the attack for the Trojans. Highfield looking to generate some space. Just some good, solid defense here by the St. Paul Central team. Ball deflected off of Highfield. It'll be a Minutemen throw. They turn it over and they give it to one of the dangerous men in the field, Orlov. Good slide tackle there by Reith. Throwing for Wayzeta. Orlov turning. His shot was deflected. Out of play off of Jabril Ahmed, and another corner kick. It's Charlie Pillar in the near corner to take it. Headed back out. Widman into the box, looking for the head of Highfield. Now Leach heads it back in. Minutemen trying to clear it out of harm's way, and they do up on the far side. It'll be a Wayzeta throw. 8 minutes gone by now in this second half. Still no score. Riga plays the ball in, trying to find the head of Highfield. Nice defensive play by the Minutemen defense. Now it's Frazier in the middle, getting it up to Highfield. Highfield gets past one defender. And St. Paul Central back with it. Trying to get into the attacking half of the field, and they do. Ethan Kinzel way out of his net to play it for the Trojans. Wayzeta playing it to Cam Williams. Williams shielded. And a nice solid defensive play there from Thomas Vachel, shielding Williams, and that went out of play. It'll be a goal kick for St. Paul Central. Here's a centering attempt. Played back out by Reed. The shot from the outside. That was deflected off the foot of Frazier. Now to play off the Minutemen. Another corner kick here for the Trojans. Sixth corner kick now of the match for Wayzeta. Fourth already in this second half. Just over 11 minutes elapsed now in this second half as Pillar sets up to take the corner. Here's Widman looking for some space. Shot was blocked. And it deflected out on the far side. Another Wayzeta throw. So far in this second half, play being dictated in this half of the field by the Trojans. And yet another corner kick upcoming. Ball deflected off of Colin Leach. And the throw in here for the Minutemen. Foul was called on Highfield. Free kick here for St. Paul Central. And they turn it over. Wayzeta with the takeaway. Pillar in the middle for Orlov. Orlov trying to feed it into space for Highfield and just too far. Good idea. Yusef Ahmed will play it into space. Nice defensive play by Barika. That's how to play off the Minutemen. Throw in for the Trojans. They get it in quickly to Frazier. That deflected off of St. Paul Central a little further up now for a Trojans throw. A couple substitutions checking in now for Wayzeta. Here's the ball played in, trying to find Frazier. Deflect in the middle. Orlov with the shot. That got blocked. Frazier will reset. Widman's ball comes into the box. Still available. Orlov with the shot. And it looked like a foul was called on the play, so that shot wouldn't have counted if it was in. As Mosman went up to grab it, had it initially, had it knocked away. And that's what led to the Orlov chance, but a foul before that. And a free kick here for the Minutemen. 15 minutes now gone by in the second half. Still scoreless between the Trojans and the Minutemen. Solid defensive game plan put together here by St. Paul Central. Jeremy Corderio and Eddie Ignatius checked into the match at that last substitution mark for the Trojans. And a couple more substitutions now. Daniel Lydov checking back into the match for the Wayzeta. Colin Leach will head out. And back in the match for the Minutemen. Number 7, Sergio Lee, and number 10, Antonio Lee. Throw was taken away there by Sergio Lee. Wayzeta trying to get it back. Minutemen played in the middle. Clearing attempt went off the back of Orlov. An opportunity for Frazier from the outside and just went wide. Wow, what an opportunity there from Frazier. He's had 2 good looks now, 1 late in that first half. And that one with the left foot just curling wide. Wayzeta on the doorstep. Even though we're scoreless, I've had a handful of chances in the second half. Three shots on goal so far for the Trojans in the second half. None yet for the Minutemen, as they still only have 1 shot on goal. Run play back to the keeper, Mosman. Had it taken away there by Eddie Ignatius. Light up, gets it back to Ignatius now in the middle. He surveys his options, plays it back for Widman with the ball in the box. Good job shielding off Corderio. That was number 16, Thomas Vachel. He's been solid defensively. And just as I say that, the linesman calls a corner kick here for the Trojans. 8th corner kick of the match. Must have deflected off of St. Paul Central. Highfield plays the corner short. Gets it right back. Highfield service. Looking at the back post and just over the head of Campbell Salter, who checked into the match for the Trojans just a moment ago. Just past the midway point of the second half. Still no score between the number 2 team in state, the Wayzeta Trojans, and the visiting Minutemen from St. Paul Central. Eli Mosman trying to play it into space. Ethan Kinzel out of his net. Sergio Lee got taken down. A foul was called on Kinzel. And luckily for Wayzeta, it happened just outside the 18. But it'll be a set piece opportunity here for the Minutemen. If you're the Trojans, you like Ethan Kinzel's aggressiveness on that play. Just a little overzealous as he committed the foul. And possibly the best opportunity here if you're St. Paul Central on this free kick. It's number 7, Sergio Lee, and number 10, Antonio Lee in the area setting up to take it. And it looks like we'll get a goalkeeper change here. Number 1, Ethan Kinzel will head off for Wayzeta and into the net. It's the junior goalkeeper, number 0, Caleb Wagner. Not sure if Kinzel got injured on that last play or they're just making a substitution as head coach Dominic Dunas didn't like what he has seen so far. But it's Antonio Lee with the free kick, and that one sailed high over the bar. And a goal kick here for the Trojans. Wayzeta makes a few substitutions. Highfield and Orlov and Frazier all head off. Into the match is Eisinger and Kieran Mahan. Callum Campbell Salter also checked back into the match for Wayzeta. And now Wayzeta makes a goal-keeping change as Ethan Kinzel comes back in for Wayzeta as Caleb Wagner goes off. So that was just a strategic strategy plan there for head coach Dunas, putting a different goalkeeper in net on that free kick opportunity. Foul was called on St. Paul Central. Free kick here. Barica into the box. It's available. Here's a shot and a goal. Charlie Pillar makes it 1-0 Wayzeta on a ball just loose in the box. And the Trojans strike first. 17 minutes remaining in the second half. Good footwork shown by Sergio Lee. His cross was blocked out of play by Lyadov. And Charlie Pillar for Wayzeta getting his second goal of the year for the Trojans. And it's a big one as the shot comes in wide. That was off the foot of Sergio Lee once again. Just right place, right time there for Charlie Pillar. And he didn't make a mistake as Wayzeta gets on the board first. Just a backbreaker now if you're the Minutemen. You guys have played solid defense for over 60 minutes. And just one little play like that, and you find yourselves down a goal. Still plenty of time, though, if you're St. Paul Central, to get the equalizer, but Wayzeta has looked like the better team in this second half. We will see how the Minutemen respond in the final 15 minutes of play. They get it up to Sergio Lee. And Yusuf Ahmed trying to play it in. Back defensively was Barica. And Mahan now gets it up on the far side to Jackson Winman. Winman gets it up to Kieran Mahan. Mahan had it taken away. Pillar lost it, got it back. Pillar shot from the outside. And that one sailed high. And a goal kick here for St. Paul Central. Some substitutions here for the Trojans. Cam Williams back into the match, along with Colin Leach. And Tarun Gorpati into the match for the first time for the Trojans. Ball finds the foot of Kieran Mahan. Kieran Mahan with a shot from the outside, and that one sailed high. Good opportunity from the outside. Wayzeta was looking for that cushion goal. Couldn't find it. Minutemen have 13 and change remaining to find an equalizer. Ball was knocked out of play by the Trojans. Throw in here for the Minutemen. They try to flip the field. They get it over to Krishnan now in the middle for Antonio Lee. That got cleared out by the Trojans. Picked up by Williams. Knocked away for a moment. Tarun Gorpati. Or rather, Eddie Ignatius there for the Trojans. And now Pillar has it up across midfield. Pillar's ball into space. Campbell Salter couldn't get there in time as it was rolling out of play. Throw in for the Minutemen. Antonio Lee trying to play it into space. I got deflected, and Ethan Kinzel dives on top of it for Wayzeta. Minutemen play it back deep for Mosman, the keeper. He'll play it up on the near side. No one there for St. Paul Central. And out of play for a Trojan throw. 11 minutes remaining here in regulation. Wayzeta getting on the board just moments ago. Charlie Pillar getting his second of the year, putting the Trojans in front late. Now Mahan didn't get much on it on the left foot. Picked up by Mosman and cleared right away. Trojans get it right back up across midfield. It'll be a Minutemen throw. But first we'll get some substitutions as Highfield and Orloff check back into the match for the Trojans along with Cole Frazier. And into the match for St. Paul Central, it's number 9, the senior Jack Swenson. St. Paul Central into the attacking half. Sergio Lee had it knocked away. Clean tackle, says the head official. Pillar had it taken away. Minutemen get it up to Evan Lindeman. Now Yusuf Ahmed. Minutemen trying to be patient on this possession. Deflected off of Cam Williams. St. Paul Central have a throw with the 8.5 remaining. Substitution here for St. Paul Central, number 3. Number 3, Jabril Ahmed checking back into the match for this final 8 minutes. He was knocked away by Gorapati, and another throw upcoming. Swenson turning with a shot. was on goal. And Kinzel had to make the save. Booming kick all the way back into Wayzeta territory, headed out of play. And a throw for the Trojans. Orlov with it in the far corner. Defended by 2 Minutemen. Here's a ball coming in. That one sailed high and wide. And it was deflected off of St. Paul Central, so it'll be another corner kick here for the Trojans. Ninth corner kick of the match for Wayzeta. Still only one shot on goal for the Minutemen. That came in the first half, so none yet here in this second half. No offense really to show for as the ball comes in. Off the head of Leach, and what a save by Mosman, diving to his left on a beautiful header from Leach, and Mosman keeps it a 1-goal game. And the Minutemen have some life here late. Near chance there for Wayzeta. Ball got behind the keeper, Mosman. It was cleared out of trouble. Orlov's ball comes in off the head of the center back, Wyatt Gonzalez. Another corner kick upcoming here for the Trojans. Make it 10 now. To go along with 10 shots on goal. Under 5 minutes remaining. It's Charlie Pillar in the far corners to take it. Looking for the head of Highfield. Bicycle kick from Jackson Widman. That was headed out in the near corner. And ball kept in play as Joe Barica will send it into the stands. And a throw for the Minutemen to get it in quickly. Jabril Ahmed shaken up. Ball's available in the middle of the field. Highfield sliding to get to it. And what was a nifty play. Nice defensive takeaway there from Lucas Weeding. Highfield got tripped up, and a foul was called. And it'll be a free kick here for the Trojans. Ball's available in the box. Charlie Pillar got ran into. Mosman tried to make the save, got his hands on it initially, and I think that's what drew the foul because Mosman made contact with it first. And Pillar got called for the foul. Pillar got tripped up there by Lindemann, who has already received a yellow card, so he had to be careful there. Another free kick here for the Trojans. 2 minutes and change remaining. Good ball into the box. No one there for Wayzeta. Headed back out. Frazier from the outside. And his shot went wide. And a goal kick here for the Minutemen. Couple substitutions coming in late for Wayzeta. Pillar and Leach will head off. Campbell, Salter, and Evan Mahan back into the match. Ball was headed up by Campbell, Salter, and now Orlov. Back defensively was Reith. Boschel tried to clear. Now Reith will do so, but couldn't get it past Highfield, who gets it up. Ball was knocked to play. Minutemen have a chance here. 90 seconds remaining. They turn it over at midfield. Ball got played up for a Trojan throw. 60 seconds remaining now. Cam Williams will take the throw. And it looks like Wayzeta will get out of here with the win, but if they're able to survive, it'll be a hard-fought victory. As St. Paul Central came into this match and played a solid 80 minutes outside of one little hiccup that led to the Pillar goal. Eleventh corner kick now for the Trojans as we hit 20 seconds left. Orlov headed up by Highfield on goal. Mosman makes the save. Minutemen are going to have to hurry. Good ball played up by the keeper. Barika heads it in the air. Now Lindemann couldn't control as Highfield plays it out on the near side. And that'll do it. Final horn sounds, and Wayzeta comes out of this one victorious. A one-goal grinded out victory. And the Trojans improved 12-0-2 on the season. 8-0-1 still in late conference play. And the number 2 team in state with 2 games remaining, one on the road. It'll be Monday, October 3rd. They'll be at Eden Prairie, who really tested them back earlier in the month. That was a 2-1 victory for the Trojans as Orlov got the game winner late in overtime. So they will be at Eden Prairie on Monday. And that was the final match of the year, at least. So I think for St. Paul Central, they fall to 10-3-3 on the season. And nothing short of heart and effort given today for the Minutemen, but they fall 1 goal short as Pillar gets his second of the year for Wayzeta. And the Trojans win it here from Wayzeta High School. Final stats, 12 shots on goal for Wayzeta and only 1 shot on goal for St. Paul Central. Only shot coming in the first half. Nothing really generated for the Minutemen in that second half. And 11 corner kicks for the Trojans and none for the Minutemen. Well, that'll do it for us here today. Thank you for joining us. Wayzeta improves to 11-0 or 12-0-2 rather on the season, and will be at Eden Prairie on Monday before returning home to face Buffalo in the final game of the season. Thank you for joining us today. Hogan Greenwood saying so long from Wayzeta High School. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Thank you for watching boys high school soccer on NSPN.
You're watching NSPN.TV, the Neighborhood Sports Network. For a low monthly rate, you can watch every game and show in Minnesota and around the country. Today's broadcast is brought to you by The Urgency Room, fast, flexible care. McDonald's owners and operators of Minnesota and Western Wisconsin. Find your golden opportunity at mcdonalds.com/careers. The Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage. Welcome to the neighborhood.